All right, so Cub Cadet left this Pro Z 972 SDL, and basically it's got the zero turn fronts. And if you want to see it compared to the other mowers, I've got a previously made video. But I want to show you guys today just how capable this thing is. And so over on the other side of my property, I have a whole bunch of blackberry bushes and just some very, very steep hillsides. And I've already been mowing with it, just testing it out myself, seeing what it's capable of before I go and do something stupid, but also just what you can take this through. So we're going to go back here and we're going to drive it off on the hillsides and stuff just to show you how much of an incline. And I've had regular zero turns and tried to do this. The problem with a regular zero turn is if you're going over a hill or you're going sideways and you want to turn around, you've got to really manipulate your steering and you have to know what you're doing. This thing, you can put anybody on it and literally, I don't know that they could flip it. I think it would just slide sideways, but I've not even got it to slide sideways. I haven't checked the air pressure in the tire, but they look like they're aired up pretty tight. But we're gonna take it back here and put it in some stuff and let you guys see just how capable this machine is. All right, just to go over a few things on this mower. It's not like a normal mower, obviously. You've got a steering wheel, and then you've got both of these pedals, which is frontwards and backwards. Your parking brake is over here. If your parking brake's on, your hydraulics do not work. But the way I was told is if you've got to engage the parking brake on a hillside and you get back on it, you can start to ease off of this as you give it just a little bit of the pedal to make your hydraulics work, and then make them work simultaneously together so you're not sliding or whatever if you had to stop on a hillside. All of this, the deck is hydraulic, so you've got a button over here that lowers it and raises it. I'm not necessarily trying to go for cut quality in this video. I just want to show you how capable on hillsides that this machine is. And the videos never do this thing justice. I wish I had some way to measure that hillside incline, but I don't. The front of this pivots so the tires move up and down with the terrain, and the front wheels steer this machine. So that's what makes it do so well on hillsides. But he's gonna video me as I go around through some of this stuff, and I'm literally just gonna drive down in there and turn and make all kinds of weaves. He'll follow me as I go so you can see. And I've got, like I said, even on what we're sitting on now is a decent hillside. But what's really cool is if you're doing hillsides, you can pull this lever and then it lets out your seat. So if I get on really crazy hillsides, well, let me unlock it. There we go. So if I get on really crazy hillsides, this seat will let me shift to where the hillside is. So they put a lot of effort into making this machine specifically do well on hillsides. As you can see, you've got 2 rear tires. It only comes in 72 inches wide. So if you're looking for something narrower, that's as little of a deck as they make. So you would have to look into other platforms if you needed something with a narrower deck, but then you would still not have the stability. So anyway, let's get this show on the road. I know you guys want to see what it's capable of. Gotta put that old parking brake back on. As you can see, and it's extremely hard to get people to understand just how much of an incline we're sitting on. I mean, the seat is swiveling to the maximum at times, and even like I'm sitting now, there's only about 1 inch to 2 inch, and down towards this bottom, if you tried to take a regular zero turn and go over that and then stop and back up, your rear tires would spin, and then once you start spinning, the thing's just gonna keep going. Also, if you watch how this thing turns, I mean, I can stop, turn, back up. I don't even have to think about what I'm doing while I'm mowing. Whereas a normal lap bar zero turn, your effort to mow is always having to think about what you're doing and watching your terrain in front of you. You don't have to think about anything. You just get on here and hammer town all the way through this, which is extremely fun. And you're not white knuckling yourself all the time. This is running a Parker wheel motor setup. I do know that. I don't know the CCs on it, but other than, you know, just those normal facts, you've got 2 rear tanks on here. I'm not for sure the gallons, but like I said, you can look that up on their website. They said that this is rated from a OSHA standpoint where it can go on 25% grades. Most normal zero turns are rated at about 15 at some of the better ones. And just to give you my info, the mowers that I've had on hillsides that are lap bar style, Exmark, Hustler Hyperdrive, Skag, Turf Tiger, those are some of your better hillside mowers. So this thing here is far superior to them. It's not even close, and I know without a doubt that this thing would probably do 40% grades. I really truly think it would do that, or maybe even above, just because I truly don't think you could flip this thing over. It's so planted to the ground with the tires and how wide this thing is that I can stick it on anything I wanted. And we're going to take it and do some more cutting and some more other paths right now. But anyway, I just wanted you guys to see some initial stuff. Kind of step back and see if it'll show some of the grade of how I'm sitting. I'm going to pull up here on the steep bank part under that tree.
That shows it a little bit better. That shows it a little bit better.
As you can see there, I mean, this is extremely steep, and I can tell that even this mower is like putting so much ground pressure that I can just feel the momentum of the hill. So we're gonna go and do some other stuff. Go ahead. Another thing I really like about this mower is with this big front piece here, on a normal zero turn, a lot of times when you're cutting stuff and it's building up that much debris, it's blowing in your face. And this basically keeps all that from going in your face. You don't have a lot blowing out from under the deck because it hits right here at the front of the lip before it comes out of the deck and goes up on the deck, not coming up in your face. And honestly, I don't see that much debris in there for all the stuff that I've cut with it this morning, especially being in the tall weeds like I was. I figured it would build up in that gear mechanism there, but it didn't. This deck will go up to 5 inches. Looks like the highest point on there. So here's the lights on it and the beacon. Some little LEDs are super bright.